In the midst of summer, we know the learning doesn't have to stop.
No, and it shouldn't stop either. For a teacher at the Mohonasen Center for Advanced Technology, he's teaching youth behind the scenes, and he's using video games and innovation and tons of energy to do it. He's out there with Ben this morning in Niskayuna to give us the details. What do you got for us now, Ben?
Hey, good morning, Christina. Good morning, Nicole. What do we have now? Well, we have a racing free roaming game. So this is Change the Game, a STEAM enrichment program held by Bill Vacca, and it's Nintendo Labo variety kit. So this variety kit has about 5 or so different toy cons, which leads to multiple, about 70 different games on the inside. It's a wild experience. The possibilities are endless, and Bill's gonna help us out. So we made this cardboard to technology.
Yep.
How'd it go down?
We have our vehicle set right here. I have the airplane control stick, and you have the gas pedal. And right now, we're gonna go into an open world. You're gonna fill up your gas tank, and we're gonna explore this. Now, this can be used from someone all the way in first grade, but even all the way in high school. This could be a driver's ed simulation. You could practice going in reverse, how to parallel park.
Let me just back it up. One-handed. That's not something they teach you in driver's ed. But
No, yeah, you got it, you know.
Out of reverse. We get back there. And now there's, I mean, all of this came out of just cardboard. And the infrared. I mean, how does it all work?
Now, check it out. If you open this up, this is what you are building. You have reflecting tape. You have an IR camera with inside one of the Joy-Con controllers. The kids are using rubber bands, strings, creating their own pulley system to build this intricate cardboard wheel. And then after they play with it, they can learn how to code what they've built to do something totally different. For example, they could take this and have it learn how to zoom in on a camera just by turning the wheel. If they learned how to code it, they could use the wheel to take pictures with the camera instead.
So, I mean, the coding process is a whole nother game. I mean, as we saw in between our segments, I mean, a couple of your students were kind of picking through. They went to the Joy-Con, they would push one button and they got it to vibrate or just do something else. So it's a totally different game. So talk about that engagement too. I mean, it's not just playing, it's not just putting some cardboard together and making it all work. It's actually coding. You learn how to create these video games. You can make your own world.
That's right. You get to create your own video games with Super Mario Maker 2 and Nintendo Labo VR. But the motivation that this brings to kids is phenomenal. Here it is summer vacation, and I have kids dying to want to come to summer camp at school to learn how to make video games.
Especially at 7 in the morning.
Yes!
And I mean, on that side, there's baseball, the kids are playing out. This is the ultimate hangout session.
Absolutely.
Mr. Vacca's the man.
Work hard, play hard, my friend. That's
Work hard, play hard, play a little bit harder while you're having fun with it. So how do they get involved? YouTube?
So if you go to my YouTube channel, just type in Mr. Vacca. We have monthly Nintendo Club events. It's open to everyone. We have 100 kid maximum, so it's first come, first serve.
Beautiful.
So check out the YouTube channel and you'll find out more there.
Beautiful, Mr. Vacca. Thank you so much, guys. We'll have much more in just a little bit. I'll have that on news10.com, all the information and more. But for now, back to you guys in the studio.
The wait list just got a little bit longer with Ben.
I bet. What a great program. He's doing a great job selling, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
In the midst of summer, we know the learning never stops.
No, and for one teacher at Mohonasen Center for Advanced Technology, he's teaching the youth behind the scenes of video games in such a cool way.
That's right.
Ben Ryan live in Niskayuna with more on what's going on there this morning. You got your hard hat on, Ben.
Hey, good morning, Christina. Good morning, Nicole. It is so cool to even scratch the surface on the word cool. And I have my hard hat on for a reason, because we are turning cardboard into technology by the use of Bill Vacca's STEAM enrichment program, which uses Nintendo Labo variety kit. So this is so cool. A lot of different possibilities. This turns into different toy cons, which turns into multiple games. And we have students here, even though it's summer, they're getting some work in. So what do we have going on?
So we have our summer STEAM enrichment camp where we have Nintendo Labo VR kit and the variety kit in action. The kids here, every kid here has made their Toy-Con, built it out of the cardboard, followed the directions, and now our kids are playing the different Toy-Cons and even coding their own games. Alex right here has gone into the Nintendo Labo garage and is using different nodes, the if-then command system, to create his own little game. Right now, I believe he's got a little lightsaber where if you press buttons, the different Joy-Con will do a little shaking and rumble action. So he's trying to create his own game.
So he's learning how to code. He can make his own little game out of all the other games. And I know it might look a little funky as of right now. Their faces are just in the cardboard, but there are Nintendo Switches there too. So they get to see what's going on, a very first-person point of view. But what else do we have going on here?
Like right here, we have our own fishing ocean right here. We have some Morca Blaster. We have our elephant that is doing some design. And we have another builder, Dylan, it's building his own Nintendo Labo house.
Very cool. So, how does this creating process translate into other studies as well? Because this is certainly a different type of studying, a different type of work that I feel like a lot of students don't always get a chance to do. I mean, after all, this is one of the only programs out there.
We are one of the only schools in the entire country running this Nintendo Labo program because not only are the kids collaborating, but the motivation, the desire to come to school, even during the summer, to play, as they say, but really they're playing, discovering, building, getting all this reading practice in. They're practicing their math facts when they're fishing, counting the different size fish that they're getting. You could use this anywhere from a pre-K to 12th grade level.
That's the coolest thing ever. It all starts, just by scratch, like I said, with the cardboard. And you know what, Bill? A lot of people back in the studio are saying that we're pretty much the same person. So I think it's really cool how we have Mario, we have Luigi.
We're like brothers from another mother.
I think it works out well. So very cool. We'll have much more coming up a little bit. But for now, Christina, Nicole, back to you guys in the studio. I'm live in the scheme. Ben Ryan, News 10, ABC.
What great energy he has. You can see why that program is successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of fun out there this morning. Well, still ahead.
Huh?
What are they going to do? We'll see.
Although we're in the midst of summer, we know the learning doesn't stop.
No, for one teacher at Mohanison Center for Advanced Technology, he's teaching the youth behind the scenes of video games. A great idea to bring their world into the classroom, right? Ben Ryan live in Niskuna with the details. Having some fun today, Ben.
All suited up.
Hey, good morning, guys. I know I'm all suited up and it may look a little goofy, but let me explain first. So, with the Nintendo Labo Variety Kit here at Bill Vacca's STEAM Enrichment Camp at the CAT Center in Mohanison, you get to make different toy cons. There's about 5 or so. Those create 70 different games. One happens to be a robot. So,
The robot kit, yes.
We get to put this together.
Yep.
How does this work? Because we get to play with robots, kind of duke it out.
That's
but
right.
It uses our emotions.
So the kids built this after about 2 days of building. It's on a pulley system. In the backpack, they have 4 pulleys. One for your right arm, one for your left arm, one for your right leg, one for your left leg. And right now, we have an infrared camera on the back of your backpack here that's looking at the pulleys, looking at the reflector tapes, and it will tell you right here on the game what's going on where, and your body will then do your actual motions.
So I get the step, step, and I can just actually punch.
Yeah,
Like,
a full-on
This is
battle
the
mode.
modern day Roblox. So then, for example, there's different cute things that you can do here. So I can spread my arms or my wings for that standpoint and fly.
Yep.
And I get to tilt, wrap around, but also say if we want to duck down, well, he hit me off. But if I duck down, I turn into a car, and I can just turn around. So it's all motion censored, right?
Yep,
This is
everything.
the craziest thing ever. So guys, flip it on over to Fox 23 because we have so much more to talk about, so much more to describe and explain. But for now, back to you guys in the studio. I'm live in Niskuna. Ben Ryan at News 10, ABC.
What an incredible experience for kids getting to take part in that.
Seems like a blast.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll learn so much that way. Well, many are looking forward to this weekend summer. The learning certainly doesn't stop. And for one teacher at Mohanison Center for Advanced Technology, he's teaching youngsters behind the scenes of video games. And our News 10's Ben Ryan is live in Niskuna with the details on this. Good morning, Ben.
Hey, good morning, Christina. That's right. So it's like the old saying, work now, play later, except with Bill Vacca's STEAM Enrichment program, I'm starting to think it's play now, play later, play all the time, which to be honest isn't a bad thing. So here with the STEAM Enrichment program, kids get to learn how to create and design their own content by using Nintendo Labo Variety Kit. All here at Mohanison. So Bill, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Let's talk, how exactly does this work? Because just by looking at it, when you think Nintendo, you think video games, but this is cardboard. So how exactly does it work?
Absolutely. Nintendo has created this incredible platform called Nintendo Labo where you make, play, and discover using cardboard. And inside here, you'll see a whole bunch of other things like we have rubber bands, pulleys, reflector tape, and all the kids are designing this using the Labo system. They have incredible directions written by what I would consider teachers, but they're really just video game developers, teaching these kids how to work together, collaborate to build these projects, and then they can play, but then they discover how it works, and they can learn how to code their own games, which is our goal here at our Summer STEAM Enrichment Camp, is for our kids to create their own games in the Labo VR garage.
You know, and by doing this program, how have you seen kids benefit from it, just in general when it comes to all of their studies? I mean, I would imagine they have a blast doing it, and it's just something that you don't always get to see. It's video games, but with a background mind. So
well,
what have you
when
seen?
you have a student that's unmotivated or doesn't want to come to school, we've had students from a pre-K to a 12th grade level that as soon as we throw Nintendo Labo in their hands, their motivation kicks right through the roof, and they can't wait to come to school. And they think they're playing all the time, but what they don't know is that they're actually learning. We've integrated Labo into our curriculum, K through 5, and the kids are learning. We'll be playing games like the fishing rod, and the kids will count how many fish, and then they'll subtract or add or multiply. They'll learn the different types of fish that they're playing, and that's just one of the many different Toy-Cons that Labo has to offer.
The possibilities are simply endless. Bill, thank you so much. I can't wait to dive into it just a little bit, but Christina will have much more coming up in just a little bit. But for now, I'm live in the scheme of Ben Ryan, News 10, ABC. Back to you.
Looking forward to it. Welcome back, Ben.